the guys, I guess, that are considered the best in the world, that's really what they do. I mean, you got the flash of the little Hicks kid, and there's plenty of flash out there, but the guys who just keep on winning are the ones that just throw it down the middle.
All right, Rob, you done talking about podcast content before we go on?
No, you got to get people. You got to get them prepared so they're comfortable. See,
yeah. So you're the show
Mark
fluffer.
Mark is a reserved guy. So
meet Rob Chismark.
Got to get this thing.
He's the sticky side show fluffer. That's what he does. He gets the guests ready. All right. All right, let's do this.
I got soft hands.
Can you go
soft
to,
hands
to my screen, and then you'll switch to mine and Rob's. All right.
Hammered. Let's go.
Are we doing hammered tonight? Let's do it.
You are. It looks like you are. That looks like bourbon.
No. We got a vodka cranberry.
Oh, man. All I can see is. All right. Go ahead.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike, and that's Rob Chismark, and this is another episode of The Sticky Side. And, hey, thanks for joining us on The Sticky Side. I know everybody listening or watching this on YouTube is a faithful listener. I think we've got a nice big crowd now. What do you think, Rob?
I like it. I mean, I didn't think we'd ever approach 15, but here we are sitting on 15 solid listeners. They love us.
That's what happens.
They love us in Kansas, is what I've heard.
You got to set goals, man. You got to set goals.
I never think. I mean, I'm telling you, if we get TBL involved a little more, a lot more people are going to come watch and listen. You feel me?
TBL.
TBL.
I can't remember what you said it stood for, but I know Rob Chismark sat at work all day today thinking about.
I didn't sit at work. First things first.
A witty.
Come on, Mike. You know better. You know better. I give nicknames on a whim, bro. And the beautiful Laura just comes. It flows. It flows right off my tongue.
I want to know what he thinks TBL stands for, Mike.
Yeah. What do you think it stands for?
No, I don't know.
It would take you all day at work to think about it. See, I see the difference between you and me.
Let me drink some more of this. Hold on.
I got some wine here. You got some vodka cranberry.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing. Some berries go into making the drink. I like it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike Bird, and that is Rob Chismark, and this is another episode of The Sticky Side. Thanks for joining us, whether you watch us on YouTube or listening to us on one of our preferred podcasting platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, or anywhere except for iTunes, because iTunes charges monthly now. Can you believe that shit, Rob? How are you going to charge somebody to put your podcast on a podcasting platform when everybody else does it for free? But anyway.
Because they think they're the best. I mean, that's how it goes. When you're the best, you charge a little bit more, right?
I think Spotify is probably the best, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Spotify leads the way.
Are we missing out on people with iPhones, though? I mean, I know you have an iPhone. You love it.
I love my iPhone. Yeah.
Right? Are we missing out? Are we missing out with people on the iPhone?
I guess. I hate every time I text you, man, on that old number anyway, and it's a damn green text bubble. I'm like, damn it, Rob. I can't stand that.
The thing is, I got two phones.
Man.
You got to earn the blue bubble, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I got the blue bubble now. I mean, but before.
Wow, you begged for it. You were like, come on, man. Do you have an iPhone that you can text me on? Because everyone I text with an Android, it messes up. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, it's serious, man. Like at work, when I'm on Wi-Fi, I can text people with iPhones because we're a family. It's iPhone, us blue texters.
Right?
We're a family. But I judge people when I see that green text bubble.
Oh,
I'm like, damn.
There's something wrong with you, man.
Yeah, there's got to be something wrong. Your mama didn't teach you right or something. You grew
Whoa, it's me? It's something wrong with me?
No, anybody that's a green texter. I'm sure I'm getting judged by saying that too, but I don't care. I hate green text bubbles.
It's funny, man. It's like the ACO versus ACL, man. I guess we're the blue.
Well, I don't know. It all depends on which the ACL you think is the iPhone.
That's what I mean. If you think that's the family that's in blue, yeah, that's what I would say.
Well, I mean,
ACL is the blue one, man.
I don't know. I think that's an unfair comparison. I would go WWE to WCW or now AEW. I don't know.
I mean, they bought WCW, so man, rest in peace, Razor
Bro,
Ramon.
I was about
Scott
to say
Hall,
that. Yeah,
bad guy.
Hey,
Man,
yo.
I miss him already, bro. Yeah, there's that damn toothpick right in your eye.
I can't believe that, man. That's tough. And
Sad.
did you hear how he died?
Yeah, a couple of heart attacks on the operating table.
Yeah,
Man.
like a blood clot.
Went in for hip replacement.
No, he did not.
He did. I'm sorry.
No, he fell and broke his hip. He fell and
He was
broke
in for
his
hip
hip.
replacement, though.
Well, yeah, that was probably due to him falling and breaking his hip.
Right.
And then he got a blood clot or something, a couple of blood clots. But, man, he was 63, and I think he was 63 or 61, something like that. And, man, he had a long struggle with drugs, and I don't know if, like...
Dude, when you're as big as he is, like,
50s.
he was big.
Yeah.
He was a big fella, right?
Yeah.
And you take those bumps in that world, they say it's fake, but those bumps are real, bro. And he was a real hard-hitting dude. And he did a lot of big stuff where he took a lot of bumps. So you can imagine that a lot of those guys have struggles with painkillers and things along those nature, along that nature with stuff. It's just, it sucks, man.
Well, if you listen,
just to entertain us.
Yeah, if you listen to a lot of Kevin Nash's interviews on podcasts, he talks about that, how they would just take painkillers after painkillers,
right?
Nights on the road, and then drink alcohol. Like the way we drink alcohol, Rob, is nothing compared to the way these guys drink alcohol.
Right.
We're talking
Scott Hall.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was good at it, boy. He was good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's find out what our guest knows about wrestling. We got Mr. Mark Richards in the house. Mark, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, guys. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me on.
No, man, it's our pleasure. Hey, so you know anything about wrestling?
You know what? I used to watch wrestling quite a bit, but like the newer age wrestling, like John Cena, The Undertaker was like my favorite person to watch just because of his entrance. Like, I don't know, it's just like one of the most intimidating wrestling entrances I've ever seen in my life. So I watched a little bit of wrestling in my day, yeah.
Which Undertaker are you talking about? Are you talking about the circle hat, purple robe Undertaker, or are you talking about American Badass Undertaker?
The circle hat and the purple
which one
robe.
he's talking about. The one where he walked the top rope, bro. That's the guy he was liking.
Well, he did that in all his versions of The Undertaker. I think there's like 3 or 4 versions of The Undertaker. But that was
like to kind of
around
flip
for that many
flop.
years.
He went from like that dark kind of like, I'm gonna bury you, evil kind of persona to the, American Badass, and then he went back to that kind of more, I guess, dark kind of gothy kind of phase.
Yeah, whatever was getting over with the crowd, I guess. But yeah, sad news, man, about Scott Hall, though. Did you ever know anything about Scott Hall, Mark?
No, nothing.
Nothing? Old school NWO. Then he went WCW, NWO, Wolfpack. He was originally Razor Ramon, When was that, Rob?
Cowboy Scott Hall.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That was
back in his AWA days, he was Cowboy Scott Hall, bro.
Cowboy Scott Hall.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Bro,
and he came in as the bad guy.
Damn,
yeah. Remember he was sitting in that hot tub and he was just kind of sitting back there and he's like, hey, yo.
Oh, yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
His promos used to be so good, too, and they were like 5 words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I miss him, man.
What did he say in his Hall of Fame induction speak? Bad times come and go, but bad guys are forever.
Yeah.
My pitiful ass impersonation there, but all right, man. Enough about wrestling. Let's talk some cornhole with Mark, man.
It's kind of like wrestling. I think Mark ought to go ahead and take the Undertaker's entrance, and anytime he's coming to the main court, he ought to strike that bell, dude. Boom. Be pretty cool, Mark. I see that hat back there in the background. It kind of looks like the Undertaker's hat. I think you could borrow it, throw it on there, tip it down, walk in. Boom.
I need to slide a little bit to my left so you guys can't see this stuff.
Oh, there it is. We can see it. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a little.
Your first name's Mark already, so.
All I'm saying is, like, don't inform your girlfriend that her hat is reminiscent of, like, late 90s Undertaker. She
Bong.
might throw the hat away.
Yeah, this stuff's coming
No,
off the
she'll give
wall
it to him.
now.
He can use
Wow.
it.
Or just do your podcast appearances somewhere else.
There you go.
Well, no, I like the pictures over your.
That's where the computer is, bro. Leave him alone.
Well, yeah, is that a picture of you and your girlfriend back there too?
Yeah, this is my motivation right here.
There you go.
But she's not wearing the hat, though. She needs to get the hat on.
Yeah, she didn't wear the hat for that picture. That's okay though. She still looks good.
Oh,
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go.
so Mark, tell us, man, about your cornhole career so far. This is your first year as a ACL pro. How long have you been playing? When did you start?
This is technically my third year playing. I started in the summer of, that would be 2019. I don't know if you caught any of the Big Ass podcast, but my first 6 months of playing was actually just watching on YouTube. And then I started getting into it with blind draws and stuff like that. And then, fast forward, I qualified in South Carolina at the qualifier, and here we are.
Was it your aspiration from the day you were watching on YouTube to become an ACL pro?
Not until somebody posted a little bit of heat on Facebook about how these guys on ESPN were, it's amazing what they're doing, throwing 4 bags in the hole every time. And when I saw that, I forget who posted it, but I was just like, man, why can't this be me? I almost got upset about it, and I don't know why I did, but that's kind of what motivated me to get to where I am today.
Yeah, because now you're consistently throwing 4 bags in the hole, right? I mean,
try my best to, yeah.
Well, you've impressed Trey Ryder, the voice of the ACL, because you're like he's your biggest fan right now. I listened to the last episode of the podcast they do for the ACL, and man, he couldn't stop going on about Mark Richards. So you should probably send Trey some flowers.
If there's one guy that I want on my side, it's probably Trey Ryder.
Yeah. I think he's got you picked. I know your name came up as either like a dark horse or like his pick to win it all this weekend. So,
well, Mike Morton thinks otherwise, but we won't talk about that part.
So let me ask you a question, because before we came on, we talked about how you're kind of like an old school player. You got a really good airmail. Your slide is down the middle. Everything you do is pretty much down the middle. I watch you at Top Dog do some good stuff, and you just won an open last week, right? You just won Cedar Rapids.
Correct.
So that kid that you ran into, Jaden Ellis, as you were coming for the king seat, though, that kid was straight up fire all day long. He was beating pros all through the bracket, and you were up on him 16-2.
Yeah,
I think in the king seat game, and he came back and did what he did. But tell me, in today's world, you see these kids, they got these roll shots, they got all this, they'll block you, they throw with sticky bags. What is your defense? Just put them all in the hole?
Put them all in the hole. I'm someone who doesn't really worry about the other opponent's game. I just think that my pace of play needs to be the same all the time, and that's what could potentially get opponents flustered. But what I think when you start worrying too much about what the other opponent's doing, then I think you start to get off your own game. So, but you touched on Jaden Ellis, Rob. I got to give a big shout out to him, because him and I actually have we have some history in doubles playing against each other. But Jaden Ellis, kid out of Michigan, great thrower. He's always told me that he wants to play me in singles, and he got me that first game, but ultimately I got him back, and like you said, ended up winning the whole thing.
You mentioned
congratulations on that.
You mentioned your
awesome.
You mentioned your pace of play. So are you a fast player or a slow player?
I would say medium, right in the middle.
Right. So you're not one that as soon as your opponent throws their bag, you're throwing right behind them. You take a little
Correct.
bit of time. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would definitely irk some opponents. You know, some they just like to get that momentum going. You know, it's like a rhythm thing with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Defense against that roll shot, because I was in at the Kansas City Open, and Jordan was there. And a lot of people, when they see Jordan show up to a tournament, they expect him to do a lot of stuff. Jordan Power, I'm speaking of. And he went in there and he ended up playing a kid. His last name was Burton, who was a roller and a blocker. And Jordan didn't seem to have any defense against it because he's kind of, an old school player himself, slides everything, got a great airmail. And his airmail can drag things from all over the board at any time. He's got just super accurate. So when you do see that, I know you say you don't care about what's going on, but what do you see? Do you think that all these championships are going to end up going to old school guys, or do you see these rollers making an impact?
Oh, I absolutely see them making an impact. I think as far as pro wise goes, the first national we saw sticky boards. I think we're going to, in my opinion, they were sticky. I think we're going to continue to see that. And ultimately, I think that favors these sticky bag players. So I think as long as they're up the middle, I absolutely think they can, make a run and win it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just, that's why I was asking you about your defense, but do you see yourself adding any type of role, into your game at all? Is that something that you see that you need, something you see that any possibility of that at all?
I don't think I don't think anybody would ever consider my game or a shot of mine like a true roll. But I don't know how much you've watched my game. I do technically have like a cut shot, when I've got to go left to right. And I do have, I guess, a wraparound shot when I got to go right to left. So I think that's probably as far as I'll go with that type of shot, like a bounce or a cut. Probably never a roll, but yeah.
How do you throw that cut shot?
For me, it's just I got to make sure the bag, instead of the bag being flat like this, it's got to be, since I'm a lefty, my bag's got to be angled like this in the air. So when it hits the board, it can kind of do its thing and bounce over that bag.
Okay. I haven't figured out how to hold a bag and release it to do that cut, because it seems like to do the flop, the bag has to, like be popping a wheelie, right? When it on its rotation going. So to cut, it has to be either left angled or right angled. So that takes a lot of practice, man, to get that down, because every time I even try it, I know Anthony Ione said it one of his videos, it's like turn a doorknob when you release. It's like turning a doorknob. It's hard to do that at the end. And what I usually do is throw a perfectly flat bag, which is not what you want to do when you're doing it.
The flattest ever, right?
The flattest ever. Like, how is this happening? But hey,
I should do that every time.
Yeah. I'm like,
I think that's one of my biggest concerns when it comes to like this younger age of play from these kids. I think that the kids that are still kind of coming up might be starting with these type of shots too early, when really they should just be focused on, hey, I need to throw a flat bag and practice getting all in the hole before I work on these types of shots. That's just me, but that's how I feel. So,
but I think you're right. I mean, that's what, when I'm out here practicing, and I practice with my wife a lot, she's another ACL pro, April Chismark. That's what I said. Let's just put them all in. Let's just put them all in. We'll worry about what comes up. If we don't get them in, maybe we'll try to retrieve it. But right now, let's just work on putting everything in the hole and see what. And she's better at it than I am, so it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, I kind of want to leave some out just to see if I can stop her. But
yeah, bro.
Man, she's getting like she's really practicing and she's doing a lot this year. So that's what. Put them all in. I really think that's the first key to this game, is learn how to put them all in.
A lot of players are jealous of you, Rob. I mean, you've got somebody that can make you better just by practicing against them. I mean, You can practice against an ACL pro whenever you want, and your wife.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's great.
sounds so enthused. Well, Mark, we're
It's
talking
great.
about youngsters.
I mean,
of the
look
game.
at her. You can
What?
get more beautiful just by looking at her every day. You feel me?
Oh, brother.
TBL, let's go.
We're talking about cornhole practice here. Mark, hey, Mark, how old are you, man? Because you look pretty young yourself.
I'm 25.
I thought you were probably like mid-20s. Okay. So, but yeah, when we're talking about a sport where 12-year-olds are dominating the adults, you're an old-timer now. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess so.
Rob's ancient. It's like we're looking at a
Wow,
Greek
like a
god
grand-
over there.
Like a granddad. Like a granddad. I mean, but I still got a really good beard, no matter how.
Oh my
Where's your
God.
beard?
Yeah.
Where's your beard?
Yeah. Yeah,
Cat-
Mark, a few
Cat
days
got it.
ago, Mark, I did have a full beard, and I just decided to shave it off. Now I look retarded. I'm sorry, I don't look retarded. I look crazy. I take that back. Yes, please don't cancel
You
me.
edit that
But-
out, son. You edit that out. We're gonna get canceled.
Oh no, don't cancel me for that.
Mark, we got a big national. Mike talked about it earlier. The Trey rider was riding. Think he had you. I think he had you finishing up your bracket as the top guy. What do you see in the bracket? I'm sure I don't know what you do for bracketology in our nationals, but who do you see coming out of the other brackets? Because I'm sure you like yourself as well. Who do you see coming out of the other brackets in singles?
To be honest with you, I really haven't looked at the other brackets as far as singles. I know Trey posted like a little Twitter post about like matchups that he liked. I saw Morse, and I believe it's one of the Hollands. Do you know if it's Josh or Derek?
I would guess Josh. He's the guy that's been on fire lately.
Where's this bracket posted at? I'm gonna find it.
I
Is
would
it?
check Trey's Twitter, ACL Twitter, maybe.
Oh gosh, Twitter.
See, you're not going to find it.
Maybe it's.
But like I was saying, I could see that as like a potential good first round matchup. David being a little bit more defensive than Josh, and I think when you've got a hole for hole player against a defense first player, I think that that could be a pretty exciting match to watch.
Yeah, for sure. It'll go on for a long time. I mean, it's yeah. I can see that happening. Dave Morse needs something. Dave is one of those guys that he just kind of sits on that. We'll call it the Mendoza line. He's right there, and he's poised to do something. And he's always like you look at him, and he'll be 3-0, and then all of a sudden it's over. Something happens, or he gets into somebody where maybe he lost it a little bit. His block wasn't perfect, and things just start happening against him. But you got great opportunity. You get to play up there in that Chicagoland area where you've got everybody. You got Bernasette, you got Morellis, you got Tom, you got Jay, you got yourself, you got Morse, who's he's in and out of that area sometimes. But what's it like at your regionals? How tough is it? And who do you end up playing in the finals?
Oh, it's a luxury for sure. I think going back to last regional, I played Phil, I played Bernasette, and then I played Nico in the finals. So, I mean, you hit it on the head. I get to play against all those guys. Jay wasn't there for that one. Jay has been kind of doing things on his own as of late, but I mean, so much talent that you don't even hear about too. So, yeah.
Who do you play doubles with?
Phil Lopez.
Okay. Oh, and he did pretty well at that open you were at in Cedar Rapids. He was cooking for a while. I think he ran into Jaden as well, didn't he?
He did, and then Jaden almost beat Ryan Windsor as well. He had a great day.
Yeah. Wow, that was freaking fun. I was just watching I was just watching a bracket. I wasn't even watching any of the games. I was watching a bracket and watching this kid just come through. So it's pretty neat. What type of is Jaden fighting to become a pro as far as you know?
You know what? As of late, I think he's gotten more serious about it. as far as like going to the qualifier this August, I'm not sure what he wants to do, but I mean, I think he definitely should consider it.
Yeah, I mean, he had a heck of a day. So,
hmm
how'd you guys end up in doubles?
We got second. We lost to Jimmy Humans, and I believe it was Emily Downer.
Oh,
I think
that's
that's how
right.
you
You
say
guys were
it.
in the king seat. Yeah.
Finals, yeah.
So what? It could. I looked at those stats too. I think she threw like a 10-2-4, and she was playing Phil, right?
She was playing
Or
me.
was she playing? Or was she playing you?
hmm
Okay. So what was that game like? Because nobody's ever heard of her, right? I think that's Jimmy's girlfriend or something like that. Nobody's really ever heard of her. What was that game like? Were you guys just pouring it in?
Oh, I shot like absolute crap. Phil shot better than me, but I mean she did her thing and I didn't do my thing, and that's ultimately why the reason why was they won and we got second. So
Were you overlooking her at all, knowing that nobody really knew her and she was playing with Jimmy, so you know Jimmy's great. Were you overlooking her at all, or was it just it just happened that you were off?
no, not at all. Obviously, going into it, I knew that Phil was playing a great, outstanding player in Jimmy Humans, and even though I knew Phil was going to do his thing, I knew points were going to be hard to come by from Phil's side. So I knew I had to do my thing against Emily, and ultimately that's probably why we lost because I didn't do my thing against Emily.
Yeah, she threw really well in that
She
finals. I
did.
mean, two games, and I think her PPR overall was like a 10-2-4 or a 10-2 something, and I mean, that's amazing because again, we'd never seen her or heard of her before, and then here she comes and playing two pros, and really just having a great game, having a great day. So that was awesome. Congratulations on second still, and getting all the way to the king seat. And just unfortunate, in that situation.
I think that's what great players need to do though, is you accept your wins like you accept your losses.
Right. That's good. I mean, it didn't take you down too much because singles was a whole new day, and you tore it up, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
saw. I can't remember who it was, but somebody somebody put a big old Mark Richards with big old exclamation point on Facebook. Now I was like, wow, he came back through and did what he had to do. That's pretty awesome. So it was good to see, man. It's really, like I said, it's been like a real meteoric rise for you because you came from the qualifier, nobody really knew you, and here you are on the scene and you busted out. You played incredibly well in the first national. You put your name on the map. You really have an opportunity if you continue at this pace and on this path to win Rookie of the Year. I mean, are you gunning for that?
Oh, absolutely. I think you're only a rookie once, so if there's any better time to do it, it's now. So no, absolutely, I would love to win Rookie of the Year.
No doubt. What do you see as your competition? Probably Alex, or is there who
Alex,
else?
Tanner Halbert's in my bracket for this national, and he's a tremendous thrower who I look up to a lot. So him as well. Noel Manza. So
It's just not fair to call Tanner a rookie. I mean, the kid he's been in this game for so long. I get it. It's his first year in the ACL Pro Division, but man, the fact that he's even eligible for Rookie of the Year, it's not fair to you guys.
that's all right.
Just go
Same
ahead
with
and
Matt
beat him, and
Guy.
then right. Same with Matt Guy last year. It's just not fair.
Oh God,
Who is your?
I just now found the
Uh-oh.
brackets. I'm
I
still
knew you
here.
were quiet for a long
I
time. You
just
drank your whole
I
drink.
look so
Drank your whole drink. You found everything.
I realized Trey Ryder loves some Twitter, bro. He loves some Twitter. and I also realized that they got some more celebrities. Mike, the Situation's going to be out there playing this weekend. Callie Bundy. Oh my God, who's her partner?
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
Smokehouse. Anyway,
I hope it's me. Hope it's me.
I bet you do. I bet you when that game is going on, bro, that's going to have a lot of viewers. Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of eyes looking at. Never mind. Let me go ahead. Hey, which bracket are you in, Mark? We got the level 1A singles. B.
C.
B.
C.
Oh, C. Shit. I just clicked the B. Hold on.
See shit. I just clicked the video.
Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what I'm going to need here? I need my other set of eyes.
Oh boy.
Enjoy 25 while you can, Mark, and those perfect eyes you got. Because I'm telling you, Mother Nature's coming for him.
Mother Nature.
Yes. I'm looking at the left. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Hey.
Probably 64 or so.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Well, go ahead, Rob. You can go ahead and continue while I'm looking here.
Let's talk about how you're not yet ready to leave. When do you leave for Atlantic City? And how long does it take you to pack?
It's going to take me about 15 minutes to pack. And then we leave tomorrow at 8:30
a.m. Or are you pulling in
p.m.
late?
I gotta work on Thursday, so
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Is that a Gladiator Cornhole shirt? So is that who your sponsor is?
that's
Gladiator
correct.
Cornhole.
Yes,
Okay. Is that the bags you throw? What bags do you actually throw?
I throw the Gladiator King Cheetahs.
Okay. And what is that similar to? If you were to compare it to some of the other national brands, what is that similar to the King Cheetah?
Well, the speeds are I'd say it's 7 and a 9, and maybe
Oh wow.
Maybe like a, I don't know, like
Maybe an
a
all slide,
sniper,
all slide,
all
maybe, or
slide,
all slide or sniper. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
faster
good.
back.
Good. Nice flat resin.
Mhm.
Sleeks into the holes exactly how you need it to. Front door, side door, back door. So perfect for your game with that cut arounds and all that thing you're doing.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
good. I like it. What made you choose Gladiator? Did they choose you, or did you seek them?
We actually reached out to them. Our process of finding a bag company, it took a while, and I wouldn't say we were totally pressed for time, but we were getting there. So we reached out to Adrian Johnson, who is another. He's a part of Gladiator as well, and yeah, we got the ball rolling with them, and things have been great with Gladiator. So can't complain.
Good deal. Did you meet them at Worlds last year? I know they had a booth at Worlds down the vendor row. I didn't know if you got a chance to meet them there, or did you just take care of it all this year after you got your pro status?
Yeah, no, this happened I would say 2 months before the season started.
Wow.
So it was quick, but things have been great.
Good.
All right. So,
Good. Oh, here we go.
Epic fail.
We're back.
I was looking at the
Oh, come
Iowa
on,
bracket.
bro.
I was like, okay, there's already names filled in on this one. I got to be looking at the wrong one. So I can't
What
find
is-
it on Twitter. I give up. I'm not a great producer when it
TBL,
comes to finding
we need
content.
you. TBL is the producer. We need her.
TBL is on her phone right now. She's not even watching
Probably
screen
looking-
transitions.
Probably looking up stuff, making sure it's right.
She is looking at clothing. I can reassure you that.
First of all, I was not. I was reading a BuzzFeed listicle about creepy stories, and I was paying perfectly good attention until I came across this clickbait. I apologize, but I've had perfect camera transition performance up until then. Carry on. Find
Carry
someone else
on.
to do it.
No way. If we find someone else, I got to think of a new nickname. And according to Mike, it took me all day. Right?
It takes
Come
you
on.
all. I still haven't come up with something for TBL. To be determined later. I threw a D in there. You see that? I like throwing the D. No,
You can throw some D in here. Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Holy
I kind
smoke.
of beat you to that
Wow.
one first, though. I
You
saw it.
always do.
I love this girl. TBL on top of it. Uh-oh.
I try.
Look, weren't y'all talking about cornhole? What happened? I mean,
We gotta have We gotta have more TBL. I don't know what to tell you.
Mark, you got a girlfriend, right? Okay, so
Correct.
how does that interact with your cornhole career? Is she supportive? Does she play?
She does not. Well, let me take that back. We actually played yesterday, and I'm not joking. I wanted to stop, but she wanted to keep going, and I actually turned my truck lights on, at one point. That's how dark it got outside.
Wow.
She wanted to keep playing. Now, part of that might be because, you know what, I'm doing pretty good right now. So guess what? She wants to kind of be on the bandwagon, but no, she's a big supporter, and she's going to the nationals with me, which is great. So I great support system.
That's great,
Hell
man.
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have that same support system. My wife can't stand that I play.
She wants you to run the merch while she goes and wins championships. That's exactly what's going on in that Chismark
I mean,
household.
I don't blame her. She's probably right. She's probably right. She's an amazing player, man. Like I said, she's really improving day by day. So, Mark, do you see your girl coming on, and does she play in ACL now?
No, she throws, I would say, maybe once per month.
Okay.
But she's getting into it. Like she enjoys watching podcasts and listening to podcasts and just and watching at the nationals. So she's starting to slowly get into it. So, I mean, if she wanted to, start playing regionals and blind draws, go for it.
Well, I mean, she recognized that was Jimmy Human's girlfriend. So, soon enough, you'll be able to take your girlfriend and go win a dang open.
That's right.
That'd be pretty sweet if you won open number 15 or something with your girlfriend.
I need a co-ed card.
I wouldn't hate that.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed that she listens to this show right here, especially since Mark's on it. That'll show true love right there.
We'll be up to 16, bro. That'll be amazing. I'm down.
Dude, we need subscribers. Let's go. Hey, I looked at the I looked at the Sticky Side Facebook page today, man, and we're like almost at 1,100 likes. I love it.
Let's go.
Let's go. And sure enough, since Mark's on the show, I mean, up and coming ACO pro, probably might win it all this year. Who knows? According to Trey Ryder, that's his pick. Well, not to win it all, but I'm sure it will be before the season's over. I'm thinking Mark is at least worth 500 likes, at least.
He got to be. I mean, Mark is a quiet guy most of the time, man. He just hangs out and he spends a lot of time with his girlfriend when he's not playing cornhole, and then he goes to the boards. He doesn't really talk to anybody. Runs it at his own pace, and then he goes back and hangs out with his girlfriend. Mark's a great guy, bro.
So would you consider yourself a silent assassin on the boards?
I would consider Phil Lopez a silent assassin. You guys,
he's even more silent than you.
I'm quiet.
Yeah, he's even more silent than you.
Phil keeps to himself.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
That's okay,
I've barely seen that guy smile, to be honest with you. I don't even know if he smiles.
Outside of cornhole, yes, you can get that guy laughing, but on the boards, he is he likes to keep it serious.
And Mark,
he does, man.
Mark, let me ask you this, man: are you an awkward knuckles guy?
See, half the time when Wally says like awkward knuckles, I'm like, those knuckles weren't even awkward. Like it's when like one guy sticks out his fist and the other guy like 2 seconds later gives him a touch. Like if you do it at the same time, like what's awkward about that?
No, what's awkward is like when the guy you're throwing against throws a 4-bagger and you throw a 10 and then he sticks knuckles out. That's awkward knuckles. Why do I want to give you dap for beating me by 2 points in a round?
I agree. I only say knuckles when it's double 4-bagger.
Double 4-bagger, but when I play against people that want to do it every time, like if you throw an 8 and they throw 8, awkward knuckles. I'm not an awkward knuckles guy like that. It's a pet peeve of mine. You throw a 4-bagger, I'll give you knuckles, and they're still awkward. But all right, anyway.
No,
my 2 cents.
Awkward knuckles.
Awkward knuckles, like awkward knuckles over
punch each
anything.
other in the fist.
And another thing that gets me is, why do you wish your opponents good luck?
I don't. Never have.
Everybody wishes their opponents good luck in a cornhole match.
Well, everybody would be that's a very absolute word. I've never said good luck. I say enjoy your match every single time.
I'm still in that.
I've never heard that before.
Enjoy your
match. That's what I say.
The other funny thing that gets me is like when you do your down and back, like okay, 90% of people know, okay, we're going down and back, but everybody always says down and back. Like, yes, we're going to do it, but I'm just going to kind of ask you.
Yeah, with the question mark, like down and back. No, bro, we're going live.
If I throw 4 in the hole, I'm like, no, that was not down and back. That was it. That was
No.
live.
No,
Should
down
have asked
and
before.
back. No, bro, of course not. You just got here. I think you were sitting for 2 hours. Let's go live.
All right. Hey,
What do you
so
do when somebody decides to go live instead?
Is it up until this year? Did everybody like start doing like the whole 1 or 2? Like, I feel like before this year was only 1. Like, it's now 1 or 2.
Right. I have noticed that a lot of people will do 2 now. I typically request it if it's our first match of the day or something like that, or
it's a long wait.
like particularly at blind draws that I am the director, because I didn't get a chance to warm up for 45 minutes prior to my first match. So I need at least 2 down and backs when I get to my first match in a local blind draw. I need 2 down and backs. So I'm always like, 2, we're going twice. But when we're at a national and we got there, 2.5 hours ahead of time, I didn't have to set up one board. So I'm okay with going just 1, but I get it. Some people want to do 2. Now, I don't understand that either. That's a lot of walking, man. In singles, that's a lot of walking.
I forget who did it, but at Cedar Falls, somebody asked for 2 down and backs, and like the opponent was like, "No, we're only going 1." I never heard of that before.
I guess they can't argue.
That's awesome.
I guess they couldn't argue.
Just 1.
Yeah, I guess you can't. It's not really in the rule books, is it? On the number of down and backs, it's pretty much one of those unwritten rule things, So if one person doesn't agree to it, then you can't. You just do the 1. But then I'd have been a bitch and been like, no, how about no down and backs? Let's just go now. Let's see how you like that.
And then you're the one who gives up the 6.
Oh,
Son
right
of a
off
bitch.
first frame, 6. Sounds like something
You're
Bird
the one
would
who
do.
gives up the 6.
Yeah. Hey, Mark. So, this episode is going to air a week after this happened. So, but yesterday, the tickets went on sale for Spencer McKenzie's Throwdown in Ventura, California. Did you snatch up a set of those?
Absolutely.
Who you rolling with? Or is it a secret?
None other than the baby goat.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Nice.
How did you work that out?
Quick little message on iMessenger, and a reminder at Top Dog, and a question to Mark Isley about does Alex Hicks control his own Facebook or does his parents? And then guess what? We're ready to roll.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Holy moly. That's a good, I mean, it is a different, if you haven't been out there before, it is a different type of tournament. There are winds. They do affect things. What do you play like outside, Mark?
I have before in the past, like whenever I'm playing on a windy day, went from a step to a non-step, just because I feel like I can control my game a little bit better. But I think now that I've just developed stepping all the time, whether it's inside or outside, I mean, I don't really see myself having a problem in the outside, but I'll tell you why I think Alex Hicks is a great player outside. I don't know if you saw last year, but Adam Hisner, it got real windy and he actually went down to his knees to play. And I think part of the reason why is because I think he feels like he can get the bag through the wind when he's lower to the ground. Well, Alex Hicks is, how
Lower to the ground.
4, 5, whatever he is. So yes, lower to the ground. So, and he throws hard. So.
It's going to be interesting to see you guys out there. Yeah.
Now there's 18. They're going to be 18 approved bag companies, and Gladiator is not going to be one of those companies. I'm pretty sure. So, but BG is. Will you guys have any trouble choosing bags?
No. I mean, I am open to throwing anything, and I think Alex is the same way. So I think honestly, probably something sticky is what we'll go with. And that will probably be the end of conversation.
Good. Good.
Well, you know who is
Big
a
money
bag
on the
sponsor.
line, without a doubt.
You know who is a bag
I
sponsor, right,
do.
Mark?
I know some. I know somebody.
I know one too. I think Boardman might have some bags out there. Might try to peddle those on you. I'm hoping Boardman will sponsor my set of bags.
Maybe. Hey, we will. If we can make money, we can. If it makes money, it makes sense, bro. That's all there is to it.
Well, here's what I'm doing. I went on ahead and I booked my hotel yesterday. I'm going to be at the Crown Royal Plaza. Is that what it's called? I think. But I want to thank Greg Veda for
Crown Plaza.
Yeah, I want to thank Greg Veda for hooking me up with that one, man. He gave me this like federal discount website to go to and scored a nice deal. I've yet to score a partner, so I am willing to just throw myself out there and say, hey, to anyone that needs a partner, I got you. I'd buy the ticket. You just got to get out there. You can get out there, you get your plane ticket and your place to stay, and I got your entry into the tournament. So
that's nice.
But
so nice.
Yeah, and I don't suck. I don't suck though. I mean, that's the thing. It's hard to get it when you've been out the game for so long. Even though I was a pro back in the day, it's hard. You don't know, people already are partnered up, and people don't know you. So like, do I want to play with this guy? He might suck. It's kind of like what Rob feels like every time he goes to a tournament.
1,02014 or 1,024 teams. I mean, there's got to be somebody that needs a partner.
Yeah, I mean, like I met Rob Beverly last year. He needed a partner, and we played. And I mean, we gave Birchfield and Graham a run for like the first 5 minutes. I mean, like after we did the down and back, man, we were solid with that down and back. But
did you do two? Should have done two.
I think we only did one. Yeah, but I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a good time, and I am disappointed because I'm gonna have to miss the other event I wanted to go to, because at this exact same weekend, I don't know if this was planned or not, Rob, but I smell shenanigans. But the ACO's Field of Dreams tournament is the exact same weekend. So
yeah, I mean, you and Frank are tight. So
you think he'll change it for me? Change the date?
I think he might have had some sort of I don't know. Frank thinks differently than most of us. Maybe you should call him though.
I'd maybe text him or something. I'm like, come on, man. I don't have a dog in this fight or whatnot, but I really wanted to play on the baseball field where Kevin Costner did the movie. Who wouldn't? My God.
I mean.
You ever seen
I think 1,024 teams are sold out, so really close to sold out. So
yeah,
I don't think those other tickets have gone on sale yet.
Well, too late. I went and bought my ticket. I'm going to Spencer McKenzie's. Sticky Side's going to be out there. Who are you playing doubles with, Rob? Are you? You're not even playing, are you?
I don't ever play. No, that's not my thing. Is not playing. It's being out there and doing what I do, running my mouth.
That's it.
Talking trash about Alex Hicks and Mark Richards.
Who I'm pretty sure we'll see on the big stage out there, and you'll get to MC their game.
If I have any control over it, man, I'm gonna put them up there as often as we can. And if we get them Gore boys out there too, I hope they're in the same bracket, because we're gonna put them against each other, because that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, those boys can sling it for sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I had the opportunity, the privilege really, to play with Jack last weekend at that Titan event. You heard about that Titan event where all the boys from Chicago came down? I had the opportunity to play with Jack, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody more talented. I mean, I've watched Alex play. I've never gotten a chance to be on the other end of the boards of him, but being on the other end of the board of Jack, the kid, he sees the shot and takes the shot before, it's just done. It's taken, and he can take a bag from anywhere if it's under the hole, he can get it. I don't even know how he does it, whether, back cut, fork cut, whatever. The kid is unbelievably talented. And it was unbelievable. Fun, great. I can't wait to see that kid just keep coming up.
He's the right-handed player, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And then Jake's the lefty?
Yeah. Jack's
both are crazy good.
the taller one.
Yeah, we had both of them on the show. Jackson said he was better than his younger brother. Well, Jake. But it seems
It
like
just
Jake is the
depends.
one that left him.
It depends. Oh, it was boy that whole story was fun too. But we got to get them back on so they can tell that story. That's a pretty fun story. But Jake and Jamie ended up in third place, I think, in that tournament. So it was fun, man. It's just fun. That kid is fun. And I mentioned Alex is fun, but see the thing about Jack is he's not just fun, but he's loud. So he'll talk about it too, and it's not, he doesn't belittle his opponent. He's just with you. He makes eye contact with you and he talks to you. You know what I mean? His partner. So it's really fun to watch him just go, man. He's good. Good.
You mean he talks to his partner? I thought you meant he was talking to his opponent.
Yeah, his partner.
Oh, okay. I was like, how are you supposed to react to that?
He never talks to his he never talks to his opponent. He never belittles his opponent. He just straight up makes eye contact with his partner and just talks about what's happening and come on and pick me up and let's do this. So it's fun. It's fun. It's good stuff. Mark doesn't talk at all.
Yeah, for guys like me, thank God they came out with the noise canceling AirPods.
How do you like those? I've been thinking about getting me a pair of those. I got the old school AirPods.
I'm telling you what, night and day difference.
Really?
Incredible. Like when you put them on, like everything around you, it just like goes blank. Like even without listening to music, like you just can't hear anything. It's incredible.
Yeah, the noise canceling the noise canceling option is pretty awesome because you can have total silence in your ears. It's really, it's awesome. And then really, truly, the transparency is cool as heck too, because you can have your music on and you could still. So they're awesome, Mike. If you're
well, another thing,
making a choice. In the I family, that's a good choice.
I'm a part of the I family, bro. Everything I, except for my computers, of course, they're HPs.
Yeah, I'm judging you for not having those yet, just so you know.
Well, my original AirPods, man, they fall out, especially my left ear. The left AirPod always falls out of my ear. Like, I came upstairs the other day and have my AirPods in. I usually wear them all day, and I just went along, and 2 hours later, I go outside, and I realized, damn, I'm missing the AirPod. What the hell? So it took me a couple hours to find out where it fell out at. So I don't know.
You found it on Monday when we were doing that podcast.
Yeah, sure did.
I saw you pulled
under the
chair
table.
back. You're like, oh, there's my AirPod.
I still can't believe you got a Droid phone,
stuff.
period, man. I can't believe it.
Oh, man.
Damn.
They are so powerful, bro.
Green texture.
You knew how powerful these droids were.
Mark, you look like an iPhone
this
guy.
droid is very powerful.
Big iPhone guy.
See?
Oh, yeah.
See, look, you're out there all by yourself on that little
telling
green
you, bro.
bubble island, Rob Chismark.
I got them both. Bro. I got them both.
But what's your primary phone?
I got them both. I'm not on the iPhone is my personal phone. So
No.
the other one is business because I can do everything. It's a big screen. It's got a stylus. It's almost like a laptop in my hand, bro.
Oh, look, my work phone is an iPhone too. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't
That's how we
really
roll.
work. All you do is make phone calls. You make phone calls, bro. you don't do nothing off that phone. It matters.
I mean,
We're not even on freaking, what'd you call it? We don't even put our podcast on there. I don't believe you about this iFamily.
well,
Better call Steve. See if he can get us a discount.
I don't
you're
get
such
it.
an iFamily member.
what are they trying to do? Why are they charging people to put their podcasts on iTunes now? I don't understand. Aren't they rich enough?
I mean, according to the two of you, they're the best in the world. So, I mean, why not?
Well, I'm thinking we would have a lot more downloads, because
I'm sure.
we're only on like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're on 6 or 7 outlets. We're on all the big ones: Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Doozer, Go. Yeah, I think that's it. That's a weird one though. Then Google, we're on that one. iTunes is like the only big one we're not on, and that's only because they charge. My other podcast is on.
Mark,
now.
where do you get all your podcasts?
I'm a big Spotify guy.
Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Look at that, Rob
There you go.
Chismark. Told you.
Have you ever watched any of ours? I mean, we're only about 31, 32 episodes in. You ever watched any
I
of ours?
watched Jake and Jack a little bit, and to tell you that I did, I know because Jake was the one who wasn't saying anything because he had a headache, right?
That's right.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
Yep.
Poor Jake. And
Yeah.
he's usually the biggest talker.
Yeah.
I've always called him Alex, just because every time I see him, I call him. In fact, I don't even call him anything else but Alex, and he answers to it. So, but yeah, but boy, he was on fire this weekend. He was having fun and talking his normal stuff. But yeah, he's fun, man. You got to get to know those kids if you get a chance. Just hang out with them, throw some bags with them one time, and just see the talent. Obviously, hanging out with Alex, you know what it's like, but see the talent of these kids. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody more talented than them. I mean, just because they have every shot. It's like, a guy like you got that slide, you got that airmail. You can throw a blocker, you can throw a push. These kids got all that and more. You know what I'm saying? The cut push, the back cut. Like, what? How did you do that? Like, I'll see him step out. I'm like, nah, man, don't worry about that. Oh, all right, worry about that bag.
I don't even know what you're
cleans
talking
up a
about.
whole pile.
A cut
cleans up a
push.
Scary knowing
whole
that they're
pile that's on the
coming
right
out
of the hole, man.
DC too.
Right. I don't know if they'll ever lose. I think they'll be if there's two spots, I think it'll be theirs. Just because they're just so talented, man.
Yep.
And they really, when it's time to play big, they play big.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. I just kind of like you. When it's time to play big, you play big. And it's cool to watch. I can't wait to see what you do this year, man.
Mark, before we let you go, I want to
awesome having you on here. I can't wait.
I want to ask you, so in the short 3 years you've been playing, how did you go from just like a backyard player to, one of the elites in the game at this point? Was it your practice? Did you analyze? I know you said you watched a lot of video at first. Did you analyze other players' throws and techniques? And how did you hone your craft?
I think just getting my mind right, my level of focus amped up. I think, honestly, I take Matt Guy's focus. I think he's one of the most focused players in the game. I wouldn't say I'm as focused as him in a serious matter, but like my focus is definitely amped up. And there's been numerous people, former pros, who have just given me so much wisdom, like Chris Novi. He's the one who told me play the game and not the name, which is huge in this game when you're playing against guys who have been in this game for a while, and just so much support back home that I want to do so well for, and practice, making sure when I am practicing that I take it seriously. I think a lot of guys when they're practicing, they might just kind of fool around and not really shoot game like shots. And I think that's something that I've really tried to do when I am practicing, is practice like it's a real game.
Do you use like Ghost, or do you just throw?
When I first started, I did the deck around too. I think it's just now another four bagger isn't a big deal. I think just making sure that you put four in the hole every time is the way to go. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Ghost. I practice using that at least once a week for a couple hours. You got anything else, Rob?
No, man. Again, I'm just really thankful to have him on. It was an honor, and I can't wait to see what he does throughout the rest of the year. And I'll see you in a couple days for sure. Probably tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Hey, this has been the Sticky
sure.
Side. Don't forget, like, subscribe, Naughty Donkey Productions. Check out this and other podcasts. Also, check out Mr. Rob Chismark's Boardman Cornhole and Talk Cornhole. Rob's got some of the best bags, boards in the game. So where can they get that stuff at, Rob? You got website?
BoardmanCornhole.com for sure.
Bro, you got to sound more enthusiastic when I pass it to you.
What? That was pretty daggum enthusiastic, bro. BoardmanCornhole.com. Come check us out.
Right.
We got everything you need, everything you want. Right now, we're actually running the autism awareness jersey. April was putting that on sale for at least a week. This might actually air afterwards, but you can come support autism awareness and buy her newest jersey this year. And it's a partnership with KTT. So that's on the website as well.
Awesome. All right. There you have it, folks. I'm Mike. That's Rob. We'll see you next time on Sticky Side. Peace. What are we going to do with these bags, Rob?
Throw them straight, bro.
Boom.
Cause we all just wanna be cornhole stars saying keep hotels and driving beat up cars. The crowd gets crazy and the beers ain't cheap. We get drunk all day so we just don't eat. And we hang out at the local bar, throwing bags in the hole